Hi everyone, long time no see. It's been a while since I last uploaded, and trust me, I had my reasons. But I'm going to change it now. Marksmen are making a comeback in this meta. And Ixia is currently the third highest picked marksman among all ranks. Especially if you want an easy and laid back hero who you can use to rank up easily and fast. Ixia is your best option. But if you are struggling with her, then that's why I'm here. She can hold her own pretty well in solo queue as well. But since I have a duo roamer, I will show you how she can become an absolute monster when she has a duo. Here is the emblem I'm using for her right now, and I'll talk you through the build while we go on through the video. I'm using the assassin emblem, with swift to increase her attack speed, tenacity to increase her sustainability, and finally war cry to blend well with her passive. In my first match, I got a Layla on the lane. Of course I knew Ixia could take her on 1v1, but I didn't want to take the risk. In the minimap you can see that I can see every enemy in the map, but it's not true because this is just a recording, and during the real game I didn't see anyone unless my roam or minions gave me vision. So I was cautious. I made sure that I stayed back. Here I made a mistake. I overextended, I didn't have vision, and if I hadn't backed down on time, it would have been a definite death. Matilda was not letting me get off that easy. In this instance, both our roamers came to the goal lane, and as soon as Atlas initiated, it was over for Layla. You can see that Atlas took some time coming into the lane, but it was totally worth it because I was standing my ground, I didn't die, and when he came I was ready and loaded to get those kills. If the enemy is running, don't go after them, especially in the early game. You're still not having enough farm and it's pointless if you die. Whenever your enemy is back, take the crab, hit the turrets, take the minions, do anything that will make your farm even greater. It's also super important to not rush your roamer. Even if it's your duo, even if it's someone you don't know, don't rush him. Even if the opponent's roamer is bothering you a lot, the fact that your roamer is everywhere in the map and the other roamer is just in your lane gives your team a big advantage. Just hold back, be patient, and keep farming inside the turret. Trust me, it will be worth it. Looks like the mage also rotated to the goal lane. I made a mistake here. I was too focused on getting those 3 kills by focusing too much on Atlas's ult, which left me vulnerable to Matilda's ult. That's why you should not focus on kills and focus on surviving in the early game. Anyways, I'm back, so let's even things up. I'm not sure what Layla did there. Maybe she pressed the flicker on mistake. Either way, it was not my skill. She just had very bad luck that time. You can see here that I completely ignored Matilda and put my ult on Layla. Cause why not? The only one who can become a big problem in the late game here is the marksman. So, kill her whenever you can. Even if it means letting another enemy or another player get off with it. And our jungler killed Matilda too. So, it was a great trade. If you are dominating, then learn to keep it too. Take their buffs, take everything in their jungle if you can, and always trace your roamer's actions and act according to it. As you can see, Ixia's Sky Piercer is now taking effect. I can take low HP enemies even with just my first skill. This is why Sky Piercer is very important for Ixia. Even if you are on a losing scene, one good ult from Ixia can secure her at least 3 kills. And an Ixia with a Sky Piercer can get a big advantage from it at any point of the game. I got panicked here and made a mistake. I should have not ignored Layla here. Good thing I pressed the cancel button and backed down. If I did continue my ult, Layla would have killed me there. And also got a lot of farm. Ixia's skill 2 and 1 are her bread and butter skills. Especially in the late game, using only those two skills is enough to put a ton of damage on the enemy's life bar. As you can see here, I'm going to miss my ult here. But that doesn't matter. As long as the enemies are low HP, Ixia can do crazy cleanups in the late game, along with her skill 1 and skill 2. That Layla just asked for it. Considering her farm, she should back down and just focus on farming now. Don't forget the load, it's not over unless the game is over. Keep that in mind. It's easy to get carried away with Ixia. Considering her potential in the late and early games, she dishes out a ton of damage compared to other marksmen. But this is the exact reason why most Ixia players try and fail. You get too cocky, you ignore positioning, and you end up dying. And a 50-minute respawn cooldown is the worst thing you can ever have in a late game. Make sure to always stay behind your other teammates and dish out that sweet damage. I got a maniac here. But considering that our lineup was already better than the enemies, let's try another game. In the second game, I was put against a Mia. After her buff, she now deals pretty much decent damage. I should have won that trade, but I made the mistake of not finishing off the last minion before engaging against Mia. But it's okay. This just makes the game more interesting. Let's try to even things up. And it's even. This is what's so important about Ixia. With her ult, she can pretty much even things up at any moment of the match. So please be patient even if you are getting absolutely hammered. With Ixia's ult, you can always make a comeback. The items I'm using here are pretty much my core build for Ixia I've used all this time. The corrosion scythe is her core piece of equipment, and taking it in the early game is pretty much very important to make sure that she deals enough damage. The sky piercer is optional, but I would recommend it because Ixia is a marksman who can take advantage of it at any point of the game, even if you are losing. Sea Halberd and Malefic Gun works all the time, and finally you can pick the defensive item based on the team composition. Rose Gold if there's more magic damage on the enemy team, or Wind of Nature if it's physical. Here I waited Nana to use her passive to shut her down with my ultimate. Nana is pretty much dealing a lot of damage after her buff in this patch. So when she's in the opponent team, make sure to kill her at every chance you get. We push the first turret. Here I made a mistake. I shouldn't have walked through the enemy minions. And because I did that, a part of the enemy team decided to retreat. Of course we got 2 kills, but we could have gotten more if I hadn't done that. Make sure to be aware of your surroundings. And there you have it. That's why you should never underestimate a team that has a Beric on the other side, especially when you are the marksman on your team. I didn't wait for Beric's ult and used my one, and he managed to kill me with his.
No. Wait.
Beric tried his old trick again, but this time I wasn't falling for it. I used my Purify, dodged his attacks, made sure Nana uses her ult, and got back in the game. Yes, you can use Purify on Ixia, and sometimes when the enemy has too much CC on the other side, it is actually better than Flicker. And the reason for this is, as long as Ixia is capable of fighting, she can hold her own against a lot of heroes. But if she's stunned and she's not able to use her skills, she's definitely going to die. And Flicker is not going to help there. The Sky Piercer is working its miracles. Always remember to take the objectives. Remember, it's not over unless the game is over. Okay, I overstepped and got punished for it. I won't do it again. We got the second lot too, so let's get back into rhythm again. And that was game 2. In this last game, my duo chose Atlas again. And my lane opponent was Beatrix. It was finally relief to face a marksman who is not one of the big 3. I lost the crab, but it's fine. Let's focus on the minions. That Beatrix asked for it. Ixia always deals a ton of damage in the early game. She just wasted the gold she got from that crab. Always take the crabs, remember. If you're on the lead, don't throw it. Do everything you can to keep it on your side. Kadita tried to stun me there, but because of the Purify, I managed to escape it and get 2 kills as well. Respect for Beatrix. She's finally doing something logical, but she should have backed down as soon as she saw we won the fight. I don't know what Sylvana's doing here. Maybe she got bored in the EXP lane. I made a mistake here. I should have backed down towards Sylvana as soon as I saw Aemon coming. I was too distracted with the turret. The Sky Piercer is online. This is why having a duo is useful when using Ixia. Of course you can use her in solo queue too. I have a video on that. Check it out on my channel. She's always very good in solo queue too. So when you have a duo who is a roamer, it just keeps getting better. She works pretty much with all tanks and some supports. Karita used her second skill, but my ultimate was not interrupted. Keep that in mind the next time you face a Kadita. She can't interrupt your ultimate. This match is a goner for the enemy. As you saw now, Ixia is pretty much the most reliable marksman for rank right now. She can work with pretty much any tank and some supports, and she can dish out massive AoE damage. The only thing you need is positioning, timing, and the most important thing to keep in mind is to not get cocky with her early damage. If you play patient and play humble, you can take that early game damage to the mid and late games as well. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I plan to change it from now on. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know down in the comments. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in the land of dawn.